Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me again. Today I'll be reviewing the back session for this week. Um, so this week we hit a hypertrophy style session, which I am including within my PR hardcore, maximum weight type training. For the reason being is recuperation. We can't I am not recuperating completely from those heavy lifts, maybe even just psychologically. So I have to take, program breaks, not long breaks, not like a week deload or anything like that. I just throw in a session that's not, the maximum weight. It'll just be more volume, more pump, more fun. Basically, just make it more fun and try to get in, spend a little bit more time doing the sets and reps and just basically more volume. So that's what we did this back session. It was pretty fun. Started out as usual with the warm-up, which has increased from 12 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes on either the treadmill, Stairmaster, elliptical, or bicycle. I usually leave the bicycle only for leg days to get the knee flexion. And yesterday was the Stairmaster. Stairmaster is pretty darn effective. Gets the heart rate going pretty quick. And jacked it up to I jacked it up 120, 122, 125. Stay between 108 and 115 for those 15 minutes. And once I am warmed up, I go and hit the weights. So first exercise in the session was the dumbbell calf raise. Pretty simple movement, pretty easy. And it's one that I don't like to neglect because like most people, we're lacking in the calves. Now, I've been training calves for a while, kind of steadily, but they're not growing significantly. But I still am trying to hit them with diligence because, you can't ignore them. If you don't train them, they'll just, they will get very skinny and kind of shrivel away, I guess, unless you're doing a lot of other exercises. So I try to be very diligent with maintaining my calves, even if they aren't like, wow, the really massive calves or anything like that. They're just normal, faint little outline there and whatever. But so don't ignore those. It's a nice way to kind of break into the workout. And I say this a lot. When you're going, for maximum efforts, psychologically, there might be a barrier, to doing that kind of intensity. So it's good to always work into the workout with lighter, easier movements until you get pumped. The music helps and just getting into the groove. So after the dumbbell calf raises, very simple. I think I did 4 sets there. Went to the barbell row. Barbell row is something I've done pretty heavy in the past. Trying to build up again with that. Haven't done them in a few weeks. I've been doing T-bars, or I did do T-bars in my last training block. Love the T-bars. So we're going to start doing the barbell row again. Started out with just one plate. And trying to get that mind-muscle connection with the lat, letting it stretch all the way down, retract the scapula, and try to crimp and crunch the lower lats. Okay, from there we went up to 1.5, 175 pounds, whoop-de-doo, and then finished off with a top set of 200 pounds. Felt pretty good. That was it, just 3 sets. Then went to the one-arm dumbbell row, which is one of my favorite exercises. Gets me winded. It's one of those things that I don't know what it is with that particular exercise, but it takes a lot of oxygen out of me. I don't know why. Everybody's different. That particular exercise seems to be highly effective. Unfortunately, our gym goes up to 50 kilos. Darn, I'm going to have to invent something to increase my one-arm pull with a dumbbell. But alas, anyway, so you make do with what you have. So I did a set here on the, left arm, right arm. 10, 12 reps. From there, moved on to triceps training involving the arms and the back. Now, I have a theory about the triceps. It's not a theory, it's true. The triceps is heavily involved in pulling movements, just like your biceps is the one that contracts along with your back. But your triceps is also a very important muscle in that action as it stabilizes. And me personally, I get DOMS, or delayed onset of muscle soreness, from doing heavy back rows, and I get the feeling in my triceps, and I've always felt that. So started out with the straight bar, what they call the skull crusher. It's not really a skull crusher. That's old school. It's been modified. It's known now that super strict skull crushing hurts your elbows. It hurts this tendon here. The way to go is to bring it behind your behind your head. Let kind of like a pullover, like the old school classic straight bar pullover, and get more of the arm involved in this motion because this also contracts the triceps. And as you're doing that, you bring you straighten it out and extend your arm. So did 3 sets of those. They worked great. I feel a great pump from that. Stayed with one steady weight, not going for anything. I'm not doing progressions there or anything. Just wanted to get some basic workloads. I did 3 sets there, and then I did 3 sets of isolateral dumbbell one arm extensions. Also very effective, bringing the dumbbell all the way down, and concentrating the movement on the bottom part. Of course, I extend completely, but the bottom part is very instrumental to developing the entire triceps. From there, I did some dumbbell curls. Try to do them as strict as possible with 30s and 35s. Nothing spectacular. I've been hitting PRs on those also, going up to I'm up to 55-pound dumbbells. But I don't like to do them every single week. They hurt my wrist. They do. They're uncomfortable on the wrist. They're a little bit uncomfortable on the elbow joint. So I'll throw them into the mix, but not too frequently. Just enough to be able to do them, to progress, and to not set myself back with some injury or something like that. So did those. Did a straight bar bicep curl also with lightweight, and then from there. Went to do the one arm low row cable curl. Now, here I did hit a PR. I pulled 145 pounds with one arm. I'm doing 4, 5, 6 reps on each side. And the only twist or change on that was complete scapular extension. So usually on the low row, you lean your body into it a little bit, then you bring it back and you crunch your back, right? So with the one arm, holding your arm here so you don't support yourself on your leg, let the thing just stretch the entire back out. I felt my spine, everything just kind of stretching out, and then pulling it back. And today I'm feeling my back. It feels as if I was beaten with a baseball bat on my rib cage in the back. They pulled the muscles just in a certain way that they're not used to, and so I felt a great benefit to that. So what I did was start out with maximum weight. So I'm already warmed up. I've been doing, by this time almost an hour lifting weights. So doing the low row, why are you going to work up, warming up? It's senseless. It doesn't make any sense. You're already warmed up. So I started out with a maximum weight, 145 pounds on each side. And then I bring it down for more reps. So from 145 to 120 for more reps, and then from 120 to 100 and just rep out. Then from there, went to the triceps. You've seen the chin up, the assisted chin up machine or dip machine that has a platform. That platform is great for doing triceps pushdowns. I don't know what it is, but it just hits the tricep completely different than the cables. It feels like it's pushing straight from the elbow all the way to the back, and I got a massive pump from that. I started out with very lightweight. It was the first time I did them. So I started out with I think it was 30 pounds, and it was, of course it's light, but hey, it's working. I can feel the muscles. Just so I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Okay, that's the perfect biomechanical angle. The muscle is contracting. A trick for you guys to try out is flex your biceps when you're doing triceps exercises, and flex your triceps when you're doing curls. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you will see that every single muscle is working better when you focus on your antagonistic muscle. Of course, you'll have to produce force with your biceps because that's what you're trying to lift. But if you focus on your triceps also, it seems to be a synergistic movement that creates more workload. And so the same thing with the triceps. When you're pushing down, consciously try to get your biceps flexing, even though they're going the other way. But like when they're coming back up, you flex the bicep and then push back down. Excellent exercise. Then from there, did a muscle round with the hammer low row or the machine row, which is chest supported, and that was it. So it was a great workout. I mean, to be honest, the volume is like just flowing from one exercise to the other, and then the mental break from not doing the heavy deadlift was like sometimes like today I have to go and do squats. Today's my squat day. Today's a squat PR day, and I almost died from smoking that set last week. I did 375 times 9 reps, and it was like all I had in me to pull that off. And so today it's up to 10 reps, and so I'm thinking, really, 10 reps. I hope it's easier than last week. That's why we're progressing. It should be a little bit easier. But there's a little bit of lifting anxiety that goes with these PRs. I mean, a little bit, a lot of anxiety. And I'm not complaining, but it's an issue that I have to get over. Performance anxiety, to be able to program something very challenging, like your maximum challenge, days ahead, and prepare for that lift. It's almost like going to a meet or something. It's just the gym. Nobody's noticing. I'm filming myself. If I bomb, I can, I don't have to upload anything and just pretend nothing happened and try it next week. But still, I get very anxious, I guess. Anxious. Although I know that I can do it. I know in my heart of hearts I can do it. It's just, do I really want to do it? That's a lot of effort. I said, well, I hope I'm properly warmed up. I hope I'm feeling good. I hope all my stars are aligned so I can pull it off, because this is my last attempt or my last training session with that weight. Once I hit 10 reps, it's 400 pounds. It's 4 plates. It's 4 plates from then on, even if I can only do 1 rep. And I know I can do more than 1 rep, but it's over for 375. That's it. It's going up. And that's the really exciting new phase of training, because I want to go from 4 to 5. And the way I've scoped it out, it's probably going to take me the rest of the year, at least 6 months, to graduate from 4 plates to 5 plates. That's going to be a lot of progressions, from 400 to 415, 425, 445, and build it up more and more and more and more. And it's like, when you're really hungry at the buffet, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. I hope I'm not overreaching. So that's why I'm taking it very methodical. In other circumstances, I would have increased my weight by now, but I've been with this steady progression, increasing my reps and increasing my weight very methodically, just for the sake of it, just because I've never done it so rigidly and just want to see how that works. So that's basically it for the session today with the back. Got great muscle soreness on the following day. Felt like a very productive session, especially my triceps. Triceps are still nailed. And like those 2 exercises, the straight bar skull crusher extension, when done properly, on the way down, I feel it right on the meat, right on the belly of the triceps. It like stretches it a bit and then grabs the weight, and then you crunch and contract. It's just an awesome exercise. I will be trying to add some more weight to that, because that's another exercise that you can build up to significant weight. I mean, literally, do 2 plates on a straight bar on one of the straight like squat bars, not the small little Z curl, but like big weight, like it can be done. So that's what I'm going to be trying to work up to, definitely. But right now it's on the back burner. So what else do we have for this week? That's basically it. What else do we want to get into? The recuperation, when doing these heavy type lifts and sessions, you have to be very conscious of fatigue. At least I am. I'm very conscious of fatigue. I know a lot of you guys like to go to the gym frequently, and you think that by going more frequently, you're producing more muscle. But the issue is, if you're not progressing, I hope you guys are keeping a log. Logbooks are important, at least at a certain stage of your lifting career. And if you're not doing a logbook, I recommend that you do. because it'll keep you on track for progress. One thing is to go to the gym and do your routines and exercise. And there's a difference between training and exercising. Big difference. When you train, you're trying to perform a specific function and improve that lift over time. When you're exercising, you're just basically doing the same exercises over and over without the specific goal in mind of increasing your work capacity per se. You believe that just by exercising and doing your routines that things will improve. And yeah, you will adapt to that routine, but to get better, you need to increase the load and you need to push it. And so logbooks are very effective in keeping you on track. So you choose your lifts that you want to progress on. You look at what body part you need more attention. And so for progress, frequency seems to be the enemy for those maximum lifts. You can't go in and do PR deadlifts twice a week. Maybe you could when you were very young or just starting out, but if you've been in this for a while, you know that that's just, you can't do that. It'll not only diminishing returns, you'll have regression. So instead of doing 8 reps with 400 pounds, next session you'll do only 6 reps. And then the following session, you may only be able to do 1 or 2. And then what's going on there? Where you're losing strength, you're losing muscle. No, it's that you haven't recuperated properly. Now, I should recoup. You take 72 hours, it takes 72 hours to recuperate. No, sometimes it takes a lot longer than that. So for maximum intensity, for the function of improving your lifts and increasing your PRs, I recommend maximum 4 times a week, hitting each muscle just once a week, and preferably if you are tired or fatigue is setting in, only 3 times a week. And limit your cardio to 15 to 20 minute sessions after your workouts. And that'd be it. When you want to increase your muscle size and if strength is not the primary goal that you're after, then you increase the frequency to twice a week, every muscle group, and you increase the volume. In other words, you're doing more sets, you're doing more reps, and you're doing them twice a week because you are not trying to go for those maximum weights. The maximum weights demand a lot of energy to recuperate from, excuse me. Sorry about that. So that's a basic overall schemata, maximum intensity, maximum weights, low frequency. More hypertrophy, more volume, more frequency, you bring down the intensity. If one day you go balls to the wall and just try to lift as heavy as you can, your lifts are going to suffer for the rest of the week. So you really have to be conscious about modulating your intensity and how much you're willing to put out there. So anyways, those were the thoughts on today's workout. I hope you can, glean some useful information from this, from my personal journey. And that's that. We'll see you next week. God bless everybody and have a great day.